For the past couple of days, I have been configuring the Indieweb Drupal module on my website, on my Drupal website, and I am basically trying to set it up in a way so that I can use my site to write content, share it on Twitter, and whenever someone is replying to my Twitter tweets, the reply along with the likes or repost will come back to my site, and I can further add my reply on my Drupal notes comments, and that comment can further be added to the Twitter thread. So basically, the point here is that I can post each and every message on my website, on my Drupal website, but at the same time, I'm also syndicating that message, that note on Twitter. So people who are using Twitter and interacting with me, they can still do it on Twitter, but I can basically manage everything without leaving my Drupal site. So today I want to basically show you how we can do that. And for doing this, what I will be doing, I will be creating a note, posting it on Twitter, and I will show you how I will be posting it on Twitter from my website. Then I will like that Twitter post, maybe from a different account, and I will add a reply again from a different account, and I will show you how I can retrieve those replies and likes on my original post along with the further interactions that I can do. So for this example, I will be also uploading an image on my post. So what I will be doing, I'll be just taking a screenshot of this, and I can maybe add a note. So let us start doing it. I think I need to first log in. So let me just log in very quickly. So I can show you how it works. And this is something really interesting because for the past few days, I am basically playing with this, and I'm quite happy and I'm quite excited at the same time because this particular concept is really going to make things interesting, especially when sharing content. So now I'm logged in, and if I add a note on top, I have these shortcuts. So let me add some title, some meaningful title, because I'll be posting it on Twitter. Now I can reply and interact with Twitter from my Drupal's site. So, and by the way, I also use my Drupal site for check-ins, but we'll worry about it later, not in this video. So I am demonstrating how I can syndicate my note from my site to Twitter and also do further interactions without leaving my Drupal site. For your information, I am using Indieweb Drupal module along with a service called Bridgy. So let me show you what is the purpose of Bridgy. So for the time being, I'll just upload one image so that the post looks good. So this is my image, and I'll also add some topics, Indieweb, maybe one more. It is always good to have some tags in your post, and I will also add a text. So the text could be, for the image, because I think it is always good. I prefer keeping it for accessibility purpose. So interacting with Twitter. And this is pretty much it. But what I will be doing, I will be posting it on Twitter. I will be syndicating it on Twitter. So I will click on publish to, and I will select the option here called Twitter. And by the way, there is a field here called link. This particular field is used because sometimes, not right now, but let us say if you're replying to another post, so this can be the URL of that particular post. That could be any Indieweb website, Indieweb compatible website that supports Indieweb standards, or it could be a Twitter thread, which we will be using when we are replying to a comment. So let me just select for the time being Twitter, and I will click on publish. And the moment I publish it, it won't immediately go on Twitter because we have to do a few things. So if I take a look at my home page, now my post is live. And what I need to do now, I need to go to my content, and I will show you my web mention. So basically I'm trying to, not really a web mention, but I'm trying to syndicate. So what I will do, I will simply run the cron because my Indieweb module is configured to send this to Bridgy. So Bridgy is the service that I'm using for basically interacting with Twitter, and I need to run the cron. So if I now go to my run cron and simply run it, you can change the duration of your cron run based on your needs, but I don't really mind waiting for 3 hours. I think I'll probably reduce it to maybe 15 minutes, I don't know, or maybe 1 hour, not really 15 minutes. So I think this is now done. And if I take a look at, let me just refresh my Bridgy, and let me also take a look at, so by the way, you can see here that there is a link here, link to my post that I just posted, and there is a link to Twitter. So if I go back to my post, my original post, and if I click on the note here, since I have published it to Twitter, and I basically ran the cron, there should be a syndication link which is now updated, and it is actually a post on Twitter. So you can see here that I've just posted on Twitter, and there is a link with, of course, nice image. And now let us do something really interesting. So let us see if I like my Twitter post, right? And I may want to also log into a different account. So this probably this is a different account that I want to use, so that I can show you how I can interact. So let me log into a different account, and I will go to my Ravi Sagar profile. So if I go to, not this one, I'll probably search for myself. So what I will do, I will take a look at this post, which is a tweet. I will like it. I will retweet it. Shall I retweet it? Because it's a different account, I don't really want to do it. So let us just add a comment. So I think the comment could be, that's very good. I hope it works well for you. So I'm just adding a comment, and I think now we have a comment and we have a like, and there is a thread. So we are actually starting a thread here. So let us continue the discussion. So let me go back to my original Twitter profile, and I can see here that I can immediately see that this particular tweet has been liked, and there is a reply. But the interesting part is that I can retrieve it on my website. So let us go back to Bridgy for the time being, because I want Bridgy to basically fetch the new interactions. It could be a like, or it could be a reply. So I'll click on this poll now button. So it will, it is anyways scheduled to do it, but you can also manually trigger it. So let us wait for it to finish. I think it will take just maybe 30 seconds or maybe a minute, and you will immediately see something here. The listing will come here and it will show you that it has retrieved some replies or tweets, or not really tweet but likes, and it is now trying to send it to the website. So let us do a refresh and let us see if there is something new. So yes, we have something new. So we can see here that this particular Twitter account has liked it. Ravi Sagar has liked it, so I can like it myself, which is probably weird, but I'm just showing it to you. But I do like my own post. Why not? And you can see here that Bridgy is sending something to my original note, where you can see here that, you can see for each and every interaction, it is sending it to my site. And the good thing is that my site will receive it. It has already received it, but I need to process it. So if I go to the content and if I click on, let us say, the web mention, so you can immediately see here that we have some interactions coming from Bridgy. So you can see here that we have some web mentions where there is a like, there is also a comment, and there is a like by Ravi Sagar. So there is some interaction which will now be processed by the site, my Drupal site. Now to publish these interactions, what I can do, I can also run the cron again, because this will be processed when I run the cron. So let me click on the run cron, and I can click on the button and let us see if there is any change. So I'll go to the manage content and I can take a look at the web mention, the web mentions that I received so far. So these web mentions are published. So I'll show you how it looks like on the post, on the actual original note. But there is also one interesting thing. Because some of these interactions were reply, so there is also an option to publish those replies as a comment. So let me show you the post very quickly. And this was my original post where I uploaded an image and I also added some text which I shared on Twitter. Now, this particular Twitter account replied to my tweet, and that particular reply is now displayed and added as a comment on my website. So this is amazing, which is right now not really approved, but I can approve it because I want this to be approved. Now, if I reply to this particular post, that reply can become a tweet added as a thread on this particular discussion which is happening. So basically, I added one tweet. This particular Twitter account replied to my tweet, and I can further reply to this particular tweet. So for replying to this particular tweet, if you're doing it from the indigenous mobile app, I can, let me first show you how it looks like, how it works. So basically I need to publish it to Twitter. So because I want this reply to go, I want to add a comment on my website, but I also want to add a reply on Twitter. Then I want this reply to go to a specific Twitter post, which is this one. So I want to reply to this particular post. So what I'll do, I'll copy this from the tweet, but you don't have to copy the link. You don't have to copy it when you're replying from the app, like the indigenous app, because when you're replying to this particular post from indigenous app, it will always have the Twitter link, which is this one. So I can actually add this link here in the field, which is called comment target link. And I can select this particular field, which is use my field underscore comment underscore target underscore link. So this is my target, which is of course specified here. And I'm making sure that I'm publishing it to Twitter, which will be handled by Bridgy. So I can of course reply to my comment or basically the tweet from another user. So let me first make this a bit meaningful. So the tweet is all about "That's very good. I hope it works well for you." I hope so. I'm now, I think it works well. This reply is coming from my Drupal site to your tweet. So I think this is it. So what you need to do now, you just need to save it. And when you save it, since you have selected publish to Twitter using Bridgy, if you go to your content and if you go to the web mention, this will be added to the web mention send queue. So you can take a look here that there are 2 items in the queue. Now all you need to do, you need to just run the cron. And when you run the cron, hopefully if my configurations are correct, you will see a reply to the original tweet. So I think this is now done, and if I refresh it, so it works perfectly well. So this was my original post. This is the reply from another Twitter user, and now I can further add a reply. So the great thing about this this particular setup is that my comments are still on my website. Of course, this particular trail is not really looking very nice, but I can always modify it. That is the beauty of Drupal. I can make it look beautiful. This is of course something that I'm still setting it up, but the overall setup works perfectly well. And I really want to say thank you to the developer of this Indieweb module. So this is the module. I mean, I'm showing you the GitHub page, and the developer is. Let me show you his website, his blog. So the developer is Christoph the Jaeger. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. And he's the one who has developed this module, and he's very active on GitHub as well. I have posted few issues. I faced some issues setting it up, and he was kind enough to reply me. So thank you very much, Christoph, for your help on this. And this is all I wanted to share in this video. And my purpose with these videos on Indieweb is basically to help you guys in case you want to do the same thing on, let us say, Drupal. You may be using something else. I think if you're using WordPress or if you're using some CMS like Known, I believe, you have these things already quite easily available. But in case you're using Drupal, now you know how to set it up. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.